Alright guys, today's video is going to be another story about the time I thought I was going to get arrested. I was going to get right into it. Probably about 1 or 2 years ago, I used to be really into skateboarding. And I do it a lot. I go out with my one mate, I'd go around his, because around his he's got like smooth path around his, so it's good to skate on. Because I've got really hard wheels, so you can't skate on anything that isn't smooth. If any of you skate, or you know anything about it, you can get like hard wheels and soft wheels. Soft wheels is for more, I think it's more like rough terrain, I'm not too sure. But then the hard wheels is only meant for like smooth stuff and skate parks. So I had hard wheels, not really knowing, because it was my first skateboard. And I just never really got around to buying more. So went round to his, and there was this school just around the corner from his. And I don't know if you guys have seen like playgrounds, I don't think all of them have them, but they've got like a raised black sort of cushiony bit, so like if the kids fall, it sort of cushions their fall and they don't like hit like the pavement and die. But this like raised onto like different levels. It wasn't too high. This is only when we first started out skateboarding. Put like a couple of months into it, so we weren't the best. We could ollie, I could kind of hill flip on grass. That's about it. So we had to like jump over a fence to get into the school. It says like electric gate or something like that. But like it's on like a main road, so like we just sort of thought nothing of it. We hopped the fence. So we hopped the fence. And we went round. So you go down this long sort of pathway, and then you turn to the right, and there are 2 gates. It's kind of like a prison. It's weird. And you go through the first gate, that's always open. You go through the second one, that's usually open. And on this day, it was open. So we went in there. We skated for a little bit, probably like 10-20 minutes, and it started raining like quite heavily. So we got under the shelter, sort of just messing about, just chatting random shit, just messing about. And we get into the subject of like terrorism. I'm not too sure how, but my mate had an interesting sense of humour. He thought it'd be really funny to shout that I had a bomb. He shouted my full name and said I had a bomb, and we noticed a bunch of cameras. Because I think this is one of the first times he'd been in there, so I was sort of looking at the cameras, and I saw one, but I didn't think much of it. So he thought he'd shout my full name, and then shout bomb. And at the time, I didn't know that security cameras didn't have microphones, and it terrified me. Like I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I fucking grabbed my hood, put it up, grabbed my board, and just like sprinted out. I hopped the fence, and as you go out here, you go around the corner, then there's like a line of shops, you can go behind them, and there aren't like really cameras around there, I don't think. So I went behind there. I went like full like prison escapee, not really, but I took my hoodie off, hid it under my shirt, like where the cameras couldn't see me. So like if they were trying to track me on the cameras, they would like, it kind of looked different because I had my hood up so they couldn't see my face, and then I went where they couldn't see me and took my hood off, if that makes sense. So I took it off, put it under my shirt, sort of walked away, not really trying to draw attention to myself and like get noticed. So I'm walking away, and like I'm like, shit, right, you go home, because he lived like really close to this, like 10-20 seconds away. Well, not quite that, but he was just around the corner after these lines of shops. So he went home. I didn't sprint home. I walked really fast home. And when I got home, I texted him. I was like, shit, did anyone show up? He was like, nah, not yet. This was only, I've lived like 15-20 minutes walk away. But then he texted me like 5 minutes after that and told me, he was like, shit. I was like, what? I thought he was just messing with me because he's the type of guy to do that. And he wasn't. He was like, shit, a cop car just went past. I was like, what? I'm like, fuck. He's like, did he stop? Did he have the sirens on? He's like, nah, he just went past, like, slow down a little bit. I'm like, shit. Are they going to check the cameras? For the entire day and like a little bit of the next, I was just freaking out. I didn't want to go back in there. I didn't go back into school for quite a long time. I actually have a lot more stories about this school from the times I actually did go back in afterwards. But this time just, it shit me up. It was so bad. Like I was like looking it up online, trying to find out if like security cameras had microphones. I'm the most paranoid person. I probably have a lot of stories about me being paranoid, but I'm just gonna let you know I'm a really paranoid person. It's quite bad sometimes. But anyway, that's it for the story. It wasn't too exciting. It was kind of anticlimactic. The police never came around or anything. I never got in trouble. As far as I know, there's no microphones on security cameras, but I don't know. As far as I could tell, there wasn't. I'm not really an expert on it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, and that's all.